Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm going to be talking to you about coming up with your own colour scheme and paint schemes for your army. The model I'm going to be practicing or explaining with today is going to be this Leagues of Votann Hathkin warrior guy. Other than that, let's get into it.
So, to start off with, when thinking of a new colour scheme for your army, you're gonna want to find inspiration somewhere. Now, this may just be going on Twitter and scrolling and trying to find a nice picture. It's maybe going on YouTube, looking at all the colour theories. Personally, I like to find my inspiration in the media. Usually movies. That's where most of it comes from for me, is movies. But it could be anywhere. TV show, anything. For this model in particular, my inspiration is coming from the best movie ever, The Martian. Now, looking at these guys, they do look quite a bit like just astronauts. And that got me thinking, astronauts are cool, I like astronauts. You know what else I like? Best movie ever, The Martian. So obviously I thought, well, The Martian looks cool, I'll base it off him. And so that led me to the orange and the white. But you can't just go with two colours, that's not enough. So then I thought, okay, astronauts, their visors are usually gold, I'll go with gold. But I wanted something else, because, you know, they got glowy guns, glowing eyes, I needed another colour. So do you know what goes good with orange? Green. And that's my thought process, you're welcome. Another thing to think about when starting a new army or paint scheme or anything like that is just all the little details. For example, are you going to do non-metallic metal or regular true metallics? Are you going to do object source lighting or just paint the light thingy the colour it's meant to be? Are you going to make it all weathered or are you going to keep it nice and clean? There's lots of little details that you've got to think about before you start this. Another important detail though is the basing. You want your base to complement and in some cases contrast your models. So you've got to think, okay, this is a very bright model. If I do a bright base, it's going to be so messy and hard to see details and stuff. So for a bright model, you'd want to go with a darker, maybe desert or just rocky base, something that's quite dark and plain and bland. Whereas, for example, on my Black Templars, I give them quite foresty bright bases because they're very dark and it helps them to stand out. As for this guy, I'm going with an orange sort of Mars base because it's based off The Martian. Now, sometimes you might not want to come up with your own colour scheme. You might think that's too much work, you know. I don't want to have to test it out and then be like, no, I don't like this, and then think of something new. So you might just go with one of the official Games Workshop's colour schemes or something you've seen on someone else, and that's fine if you want to copy someone else. But what you can do is copy them and change aspects of it. You know, maybe I like this, but I just wish there was more of this colour. Or I like this, but I just wish there was a bit of red in there, you know? There's many ways to change it and make it your own. And even if it's just, you know, painting the eyes a different colour, it's still a little bit yours. Also, I'd recommend doing like one test model, like a box of infantry as test models, before you do a whole army in a new paint scheme. You know, just to test it out so you don't ruin the whole thing. Oh, and by the way, I'm really happy with him, and this is how he came out, and I think he looks cool. I did object source lighting on the gun, and I think it looks awesome. I'm not happy with the face, could be better, but that's beside the point. This was just a quick video because I haven't made anything in a while and I thought I'd be nice and put something up. Thank you for watching, please subscribe. There are a lot of new videos coming in the future that are actually interesting, but I have to edit them and I can't be bothered. Goodbye.